For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Been calling, 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 calling. Who's been calling, 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 calling? Who's been calling, 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 calling? Across the land, all across the world, echoes of voices, we join hand in hand. Harmony rise in the afternoon sun. Come along, NewsSpin has begun. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. Truth from St. Lucia to sandy shores, from cities and hills to the Caribbean breeze. We sing together, hearts at ease, education to open every mind. Learn about your country, leave no one behind. When we NewsSpin is on your radio, come along hands in hands, voices in unity, singing loud. NewsSpin, News the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. St. Lucian's heart to the world's every land. Knowledge unites us hand in hand. Yeah, Tim on NewsSpin call, bridging gaps between us all. Voices lift on high, under one sky we unify. Tim on NewsSpin call, bridging gaps between us all. Voices lift on high, under one sky we unify. NewsSpin is on education for all, from city streets to mountains tall. Learn your history, share your dreams, together we light the world with our flame. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. Better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. Yeah, NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world.
Welcome to the final such broadcast for this year. My name is Timothy Poleon. Welcome to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show. NewsSpin is on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the TuneIn app, Radio Garden, the NewsSpin Facebook page, and the NewsSpin YouTube channel. As always, please like the video, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click the notification bell to help the channel grow. Of course, during the course of the program, I'll be taking your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026, and Amanda is here, and she's going through some of your comments in the chat room, and she'll be providing us with some updates from time to time. So, many of you are looking forward to this broadcast today. Not because you have good intentions. You're just so tired of hearing the truth on this program, and you can't deal with it. And a number of other people will miss it. But we'll be back, God spare, in the new year. We are not going anywhere. Now, who knows? Some bright individual might decide to take this program off this radio station. But it's 2025. Facebook, you have YouTube, you have endless other outlets. So we are going to be around for a very long time. We have been on the air now for 23 years. That's a lifetime. And we're looking forward to being on the air for another 50 years. And I'm already making preparations for my successor. So have no fear. And believe you me, with AI around, you'll get a clone. It will be Timothy Poleon all over again. And who knows, a different kind of Timothy Poleon. And many people over the last few weeks in particular have accused yours truly of spreading misinformation and disinformation. Here is a piece of disinformation that has gathered some steam over the last few days, that I owe a particular individual $40,000. That's not true. And if you only understand Creole, ça pas vrai. That is not true. There was a matter that was before the court over a decade ago. And I remember that in that day, it was a Friday, like today, attended court, and it was Timothy Poleon versus 3 other individuals. It was all over an article that I read from a particular website that I did not pen. And it made reference to government officials. Certain people took it to mean themselves. I was made to apologize on the same broadcast, NewsSpin, then aired on RCI. Apologize, and then you had to issue written apologies in at least 3 newspapers. Apologies were issued gratis. The Star newspaper, the then Mirror newspaper, which was in existence, the Voice newspaper, and also the Crusader newspaper. Maybe a couple of years later, I thought that this matter was settled, done with, until I got a call telling me that I have to appear before the court on a particular day at a particular time. Of course, this caught me off guard. I was shocked. I attended. And before we could have appeared before the judge, we reached an agreement. And it did not involve. And if you want to believe what people are saying, or you want to believe me, that is the dilemma that you face. But what I'm about to utter there is the truth. I will not go into too much detail. So an agreement was reached, and it did not entail me owing anybody $40,000. Not true. This was never an order by a judge. Absolutely not true. Ça pas vrai. So when this matter was settled that Friday, the Saturday morning, I got a call from a concerned citizen. Never thought I would have heard from this individual. And the individual asked me whether I owed anybody any money in light of the outcome of that matter, that court case. I was honest with the individual. I said, sir, I owe no one any kind of money. And I went into detail regarding how the matter transpired. The individual said to me, Tim, if it were different, I would have assisted you. So I said, thank you, sir. The call ended. And it has been years I've been hearing at a particular watering hole that I owe a particular individual $40,000. So if I owe that individual $40,000, I owe the other individuals another $40,000 and another $40,000, $120,000. So I just want to put this matter to rest, because I've been receiving some calls from some generous people saying, Tim, I don't want you to owe anyone $40,000. I want to assist you. And again, I have been saying to those people, both in St. Lucia and overseas, I do not owe anyone $40,000. I owe financial institutions, but no individual. So let's move on. It was in January of this year. There was a lecture. So we're flitting from that issue to more serious matters. It was a memorial lecture, a Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. And the focus was on, and before I go into this, let me revisit that issue, because that whole $40,000 issue would have surfaced because one rejock called NewsSpin, and you know what he was speaking on, the elections, and he had some issues with the elections and so on, and he was about to speak about a particular individual. I said, no, I don't want to go there, because I don't want you to besmirch the character of any individual. I can't prove anything, so let's not go there. And you are privy to that. It has been reported in the press that I was engaging in self-preservation, because I owe this person a certain amount of money. It's not true, and it's being reported. No one has ever called me to verify, and some talk show hosts are making reference to self-preservation, and this other newscast is making reference to self-preservation. Not that. I have been, and you are privy to this, extremely careful, to the point where you in the chat room say, let the man speak, let the woman speak. You are afraid. I'm just being extremely careful, and I'm trying to be as reasonable, as responsible, and as professional as possible. Okay, so we're moving on to the other issue. So there was this memorial lecture, Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture, in January of 2025, delivered by a development economist, Dr. Clarence Henry. I think he has been attached to the OECS Commission. And he focused on economic development, and also whether economic development can result in persons being happy in a country. Can it result in people, finding joy in certain things? Can it result in people receiving certain services that will improve their quality of life, that will improve their well-being. Because you hear a lot about the economy grew consistently over the last several years by 3% and 4% and 5%. But if you look at the lives of many people in this country, particularly young people, and if you look at residents of certain communities, certain villages, certain towns in St. Lucia, say the village of Ancillary, Canaries, people in Roseau, you really believe those people are benefiting from that economic growth that is being touted, that politicians are boasting about, whether it's politicians from one administration or another administration? This thing is skewed. There isn't much social justice in our St. Lucian environment, and that is the reality. The high cost of living is an issue for many people in this country. And when we talk about social justice, talk about people being able, with ease, go to the supermarket, purchase their groceries, don't have to struggle and have to pick and choose what to purchase. It entails getting quality health care, access to your medication, not being so afraid of whether you'll be shot, killed, or injured along the road. So crime has to be managed. Access to education is another issue. Employment opportunities, and we're talking about good paying jobs that would attract individuals, that would cause you to be able to, live freely, take care of your bills, take care of your family, have some savings, able to afford health insurance and life insurance. Not about just a job, just you getting pittance. So I'll take you back to the part of that lecture focusing on economic development and whether it translates to people being happy in a society. Here is Dr. Clarence Henry.
This evening's lecture is entitled Economic Prosperity in the New Age. What are the prescriptions for growth and development for seeds? Some global lessons. So I seek first to locate the idea that economic prosperity can be correlated with human happiness. The quest for human happiness is really an ancient phenomenon. And surely there has been a plethora of perspectives on this matter with respect to what a prosperous and hence a happy society may look like. And no doubt, the discussion on what leads to economic prosperity and happiness is also multifaceted. And nonetheless, in this lecture, it is assumed here that happiness is achieved within the context of stable economic and political environments among developed and developing economies alike. So I started this lecture this evening intentionally with the notion of happiness, because at its core, economics is a science that focuses primarily on how to deliver happiness to individuals through the optimal use of resources that we are deemed scarce. Happiness can be viewed as a state characterized by feelings of contentment and satisfaction with one's life or current situation. In fact, development economies generally explore issues around happiness, although you may not actually see the reference to the term happiness in their writings. In fact, if we start with Lewis purported that good economics begins with a concern for the conditions under which people live. Amartya Sen, another Nobel laureate in economic science and a development economist, also explored how economic policy can be executed to deliver happiness. In his publication, Development as Freedom, Sen placed the focus on how economic policy can allow for the expansion of freedoms that people enjoy through the enhancement of their capabilities. And so for SEN, enhancing capabilities will lead to increased choices for people and hence greater prospects for economic prosperity. For these development economies, good economics will lead to the expansion of resources available to enhance capabilities manifested in economic, social, and political dimensions. And the following questions are therefore instructive. And development economies then seek to find appropriate answers to them. So what are those questions? Are there available good paying jobs? How accessible are social services, including education, healthcare, and social support? Is the air clean? Are societies free from crime? And are societies accepting of diversity? The answers to these and other related questions will provide invaluable insights on economic development and the state of happiness of a given population.
Part of the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture delivered in January of this year by Dr. Clarence Henry. It's your show. It's the final one for 2025. Let me open the lines right now to hear from you at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Amanda is here and she's going through your comments in the chat room. Is it too early for an update, Amanda? Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon, Spinners. Just a few comments here via the Facebook chat room. Someone says, no man, Tim. Let's take that again. No man, team should turn up today. Commentary says, Tim, I would like to thank you and Amanda for and your team, for another successful season of NewsSpin. Looking forward to an interesting new season in 2026. Wishing you an amazing happy holidays to you and your families and all the best in the new year. And NewsSpinner says there, when the pressure coming down on them, they want to sue, but they will not stop our voices and the truth. Commentary reads, yes, Tim, tell the haters you're not going anywhere. NewsSpin is here to stay. They cannot touch you. Someone says, congrats for 23 years of service to the people of St. Lucia, disseminating the truth and the facts. Wishing you another 23 years of NewsSpin and all the best for your holidays. NewsSpinner says, Lucians do not think for themselves except repeat nonsense they hear from idiots. Another commentary reads, you have to give people hope. Stop preaching doom and gloom. Rome wasn't built in one day. Commentary says, when looking at economic growth, one should also look at how the Human Development Index (HID) of St. Lucia. A NewsSpinner says there via the Facebook chat room, Tim, you have been fair and carefully at that, very transparent, and I might have said you were timid at times. That's why I follow your show. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. 452-2979. Once again, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And let me see if I have any of your WhatsApp messages. Okay, we take a call via WhatsApp. Hello, good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Mr. Timothy.
Yes.
How are you?
I am okay, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Peter Chico, candidate for the United Party and the tasked with this constituency. Team, I just want to take this opportunity this afternoon to thank all my supporters, all of my branch members who came out and worked with me in the last election. I want to thank them very much. It was an experience well worth it. We are strong. We are still there. We will continue work. I also want to send a message to my United Workers' Party colleagues that we should stand strong. We know what happened. We should continue working in order for us to prepare ourselves for the next coming term while we watch what is happening at this time. And I just want to take the opportunity to thank Tim for the time that you gave me on your program and to wish St. Lucia well and hope that they do get what they voted for. And I wish the government in Lucia well. I hope they too deliver what they got that resounding mandate for. So to look after the well-being of the people. I just, it's a time of reflection for everybody. For the United Workers' Party supporters, we understood what went down. We know how the election was. To say anything that might make anybody ask any questions, but we do have an understanding of what transpired. For me, my experience with the number of persons who came up to me in my office on election day, asking me to pay them for votes, asking me to pay them as much as $10,000 per vote, as much as asking for food vouchers. And the United Workers' Party, we do not and did not have a voucher program. As to where this voucher program came about, at every turn, those individuals would turn down. I personally would not participate in the payment to anybody for any vote. Some of the persons who came asking for payment, I almost literally ran them out of my office. And I could say one thing, that my campaign was a clean campaign. I kept it clean from the time I entered, and I left with a clean campaign. So there's absolutely no regrets for me doing this thing. And if I have to, I will do it again. So I just want to thank all my supporters, all my Castries East people, St. Lucians, both here and in the diaspora, for their support, their prayers, their good wishes to me, and for my continuation in this particular. It is quite a bit of thought, and I know I encourage quite a few young persons. They say politics is a bad thing. I don't think politics is a bad thing. I think the people who are involved in politics make it bad. I came in with good intentions. I left with good intentions. I mean, good fight. I fought a good fight with good intentions. I don't think everybody have the same intention when they go into politics. But I would like to encourage those young leaders that we have coming up. If they want to take an opportunity at going into politics, I think they should go with the integrity ahead of them and try to change politics as much as they can. But team, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Amanda, for giving me the opportunity at least twice for listening to me and for sharing my views on your program. Team, thank you. Have a wonderful Christmas season and hope to see you on New next year.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter Chico, and all the best to you as well, and you and your family. All right, just heard that from Mr. Peter Chico, the United Workers' Party candidate for Castries East. In the last general election, he was unsuccessful, going up against Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. Let's continue with your calls and WhatsApp messages. Once again, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. A call on the landline. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Yes, it is. Is that Mr. Oswald Augustine? Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Especially during the election season, the silly season. Though you didn't tell anybody where to vote him, I think as a St. Lucian, you brought all the issues to the media.
Yeah.
All the issues, you brought them in, and you gave people a chance to make up their minds. I want to congratulate the government for winning the elections. I mean the candidates, whoever won, I want to congratulate them. And I want you to keep on letting the public know what is happening in St. Lucia. And tell me, you did it in your style. You did it well. I want to also let the public know that there is a lot to happen. A lot to happen with this present new government. It's either going to be good, it's either going to be bad. But seeing a government winning an election 16-1, I know the opposition is going to be the people themselves at that stage, because the government will make mistakes, the ministers will make mistakes. Some of them are going to be careless. Some of them are going to watch their footsteps. I'm asking St. Lucians to actually look at what's happening with the government that's in office. On the other hand, the opposition, to tell you the truth, the opposition did not have a good campaign, and they lose the elections. I heard people talking about bobble. I heard people talking about fraud. You know, that fraud business, I normally stay out of it, because if there was fraud, you know, why was there no fraud in St. Vincent? You have a man who was in office there for so long. He should have been controlling the finances. He should have had supporters on their knees, you know, as he would like them to. But look at Rav Gonzalez, with all of what he had, with all the money, with all the supporters, he lose the elections 15-1. St. Lucia, it was worse than the last time. It is 16-1. You may remember I was one of the lone voices calling for the resignation of Alan Chasney at the time, and people didn't take heed. I foresaw, and I'm not lying to tell you, I foresaw what would have happened. Alan Chasney could have been the leader of the opposition. He could have been the leader of the party. Well, he was the leader of the party a second time, but if he had resigned, it would have cemented his support within the party. Because after getting that kind of licking, first thing you have to do is actually tender your resignation to the executive of the party, and they would organize to make sure. But in tendering your resignation, you should not preside over anything, like a convention or anything. You need to give the party a free hand in going on finding out why the party lose the elections, getting new people to be members of the party, and a rebuilding process should have commenced. Now this time around, the building process will even be more difficult. It is because the margins that the government won by, the margins that the winning candidates won by, they were very large margins, except for Soufrière and Dennery South. You know, and I find, and I'm not lying to tell you, I'm giving you my opinion. I don't get what other opinion other people give. I knew, as I said, I knew exactly what would have happened. The National Council of the United Workers' Party should have accepted the resignation of Alan Chasney as the leader of the party. I have no problems in Alan being the leader of the opposition, which I know he will be. All right, I have no reasons. I cannot get any excuse why he should not have resigned, because the SLP made it a risk. The SLP played a risk card, and even speaking to other people, I have some doctor friends and they have patients and whatnot. Speaking to them and hearing they don't want to be a white man. They don't want a white man to be the leader of St. Lucia, which I find was totally rubbish. But the UWP never responded to that racial issue. They never responded to it, and that made it even worse. We had the young people that the Labour Party was able to get most of the young people on their side, whereas the older flubbers decided to remain at home. They're not voting, and you see what happened. And I cannot see the United Workers' Party winning another election unless the party have a free hand. And when I say a free hand in rebuilding itself. And it can be rebuilt, you know. It can be rebuilt, but they need a free hand. You don't know nobody at the top as a leader. The party can stay without a leader for the next 6 months to 1 year. Okay? It can stay. And you have a few people, very serious people within the party, who would decide to bring that party back together. And tell something you never heard me say, and I'm going to say it for the first time. In 2006, 2007, while Sir John was on his dying bed, there were candidates who said that Mrs. Compton wouldn't let them come and see Sir John. I was able to see, I don't know why they said so, but I was able to see Sir John. I went up with Mrs. George and Mr. Eric Branford, who is a long-serving member of the party and a stalwart, while these days, he cannot move as he wished to. I drove them up there and I went to see Sir John. I was welcomed. I went to see Sir John. When he spoke a little. When I was leaving, I heard Mr. George say, Ozzy, come. I say, yeah, what? Oh, Janice is saying, Sir John wants to see you. So I went back into the room with Sir John, and Sir John held my hand. And Sir John said, Ozzy, this is the worst bunch I ever had. And I don't want to call names. That's the worst bunch I ever had. Please, Ozzy, keep that party together. And Tim, if I can, I will. I will do all I can to make it happen. And I'm going to tell you something. I hear people are in the process of saying I didn't do anything. Let us expel Oswald Augustine from the party. I want them to try it. I want them to try it. The party does not belong to anybody, and with me, I don't support man. If I'm in a party, I will support the party. And the party made very grave mistakes. And if members of the National Council want to leave the party as is, that is their problem. I will do all I can presently to make sure that party is rebuilt. Tim, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. You just heard there from a former chairman of the UWP, Mr. Oswald Augustine. And let's see if we have any of your WhatsApp messages to go through. And somebody says that, Tim, I'm currently at a medical facility where there are sick people. You won't believe that a worker or workers have radio on loud listening to NewsSpin. That's just being inconsiderate. Just turn down the volume. Lower the volume, please. Just lower the volume, and everything will be okay. We have another call on the line. Good afternoon to you. NewsSpin, you on the air.
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
Hi, good afternoon to you, Brother Harris.
Yeah, last call for the year.
Yes, sir.
I just want to finish, like the last time I called about that guy, that Mr. St. Rose. I was thinking afterwards, I say, but when somebody enters into politics, we have to watch ourselves. And I always say...
Should we continue on Mr. St. Rose? I thought you had your fair say on Mr. St. Rose.
I know, but one thing I'll make it short there, just 1 minute on it. Yeah. One thing I wanted to tell him, he said it is, disrespecting the party. But I look at Dr. Virginia Poyot. She said she was not going to run up again. And then, she says she have not heard that, she have not heard no writing. It's afterwards, she came and she got a letter from the party and so on. Look at how that woman stood with the guy who went up in her place. That's what people have to see. That's where you see people are not self. They are voted there, they are there for the country. I just wanted to finish that piece. But one thing I want to tell everybody, Mr. Augustine just said something about, he believed, the way I understand it, he believed if Mr. Shastney had dropped down as political leader, people don't want white man to be the boss in St. Lucia. That's a very bad statement, and I can never agree with that. And if that's why they lost the election, St. Lucians are in for a very, very, very bad time. And one thing I want to say to my Christian brothers and sisters, don't ever let any politician, UWP, SLP, whatever, please use them like that. Taking the word of God, taking Christians and think they can use God as a passport. God is not a passport. The only passport God is a passport to heaven. That's all. To see how the politicians call Christians, come and sing here and there, come and pray and everything. And before that, they don't know no Christians. After that, no Christians. They don't have no respect for authority. And that's why, as somebody always say, the churches are empty. Because we in authority in the body of Christ have let politicians control us. And I want to tell St. Lucians, as I close and wish everybody a bright and a prosperous New Year. I just want to tell all St. Lucians, do not let politicians rule you. Do not let politicians buy your votes. This is a criminal offense. You can't sell your country. You cannot sell your train, your future. Next time we go to the polls, do not let anybody buy us with any words or any money or anything, rum, chicken, and so on. Just go. I'm not even encouraging you to go to rallies and meetings. You know what's going on in the country for 4 years, 3 years, whatever. Just vote according to that. God bless you all, and take it in. All the best for the new year.
All right. All the best to you as well, Brother Harris. Thank you so much for calling. Somebody says there's always Oswald Augustine comparing the St. Vincent losing party to this Labour Party in St. Lucia. Ridiculous. Let's see there if you have any more of your comments. And somebody's... Okay, let's take a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. The NewsSpin statistician. How are you, sir?
Not bad at all. Amanda, how are you?
Good afternoon, Cole. I'm fine, thank you.
Maybe I couldn't let the year run out without closing it along with you and Amanda. Maybe I want to wish you all the best. You and Amanda on a very, very good year, especially in the month of December, November to December. And you had some very great calls, some very, very great calls, some great contributions from other persons. And I know, Tim, your birthday is on the 20th of this month. Mine is 2 days prior to that. And I wish you a very, very happy advanced birthday. And I wish you to return in the new year, Tim, as vigorous and as great as you've been for the past 23 years, Tim. And we continue this long friendship we established over the long years. And I hope to hear from you, Tim. And thank you for all the time you've given me on your show. Amanda, I do not know you personally, but I wish you all the best.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, sir. That's the extent of your contribution, sir? Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for calling. You just heard there from the NewsSpin statistician. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. You're on the air.
Thank you so much for calling.
Hello, good afternoon.
I'm supposed to say, I wish you Merry Christmas and like crap, Tim.
No, Rick, no. You being you? No, you don't have to.
All right. But it's so interesting listening to your callers. And I'm listening to hear them tell you, we know you're facing all kinds of threats, and we guarantee you and commit ourselves to standing by you in every way possible so that you can continue doing this wonderful work they say you're doing, okay? You know? I wish I would hear more of that, and I wish I would see more commitments, and St. Lucia would show a new beginning by how they commit themselves to stand by you, because you have received a lot of threats, open threats, regarding your longevity, how much longer you go on, right?
Yes.
I hope you are concerned about them. I heard you say, well, you're making preparations. That's fine. I don't know what the preparations are, and I'm not going there. I hope the preparation is that you will screw your courage to the sticking place, as Macbeth said. But I hope also those people who profess to love your program and can't wait to hear it, and they're dead when they don't come on, that they will find some way of communicating among themselves to guarantee you that nobody interferes with the life of your program, which would be interfering with freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is not so much concerned with telling people I love you and wonderful things. Freedom of speech is more concerned with what people don't like to hear, what people would not like people to know, what people like to print, but if it's public matter, that it should be heard. That is what freedom of speech is about, not when it says only nice things. I want people to understand that some of the things you need to they need to know is tough stuff, Tim. I mean, all kinds of allegations are being made about people here in public office, and all you're hearing is I'm going to sue you. I'm going to do this. Nobody is saying this guy is a liar, but I'm not going to wait for court to prove it. Here are the documents. Call a press conference. Open yourself up to questions because you owe that to the people who elected you to office. Forget about your court, which is your private business. But the matter of, and the people are not there to wait for what a court says, because a court does not determine truth. A court only goes by the evidence before it, and your lawyers, the proficiency, the competence of your lawyers. The court does not guarantee the truth comes out. You know what I'm saying, Tim?
You are correct.
People must understand that.
Yes.
The truth, the court is not set up to guarantee truth or to guarantee innocence. It is only there to judge according to the evidence before it and according to how proficient your lawyer is. So while the court serves its purpose, let's not put on the court purposes for which it was never required to perform. Okay? Good. Now, having said that, Tim, it is interesting to hear, it was interesting to hear Ozzy. Ozzy been around a long time, very experienced. It was interesting also to hear him say that John Compton said this is the worst bunch. I'm not going to dispute that. I know John Compton was not happy with his group. He was particularly unhappy at the time they stood in his way when he wanted to make changes regarding Taiwan or Taipei or Beijing. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
That was a very, very serious occasion.
And certainly, I think, Rick, that would have caught him off guard, because the John Compton that many people know would realize that he was not one that would be challenged in his lifetime. Quite often, that was new to him. The fact that those individuals wanted to hold him ransom when he wanted to make that critical decision as the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. So I'm sure that this would have caught him by surprise.
That was a long time. One is worth discussing. I hope sometime we will, before I say my final goodbye, I hope I'll be seeing some of those discussions, organized discussions, at Sir Arthur, bringing a number of people to talk about things like that, so our young people can get educated and our grown-ups can get, at the very least, reminded, because you can get nowhere if you don't know your history. You can get nowhere if you don't know who you are, and what you are is your history. Okay, so I hope that these things can happen, but there's a good but as it is now, every effort is being made to do the reverse, Tim.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Every effort by various people is being made to prevent the people getting to know who they are. So stop newspapers. One moron was even, masturbating, saying that they destroyed my paper. My paper came to an end because of the internet, because I was retiring. There were a lot of personal reasons as well, but mainly because the Star could not survive with no ads. So it would, you know what I'm saying? How many papers are catching hell if they even exist here and elsewhere?
No, forget St. Lucia, Rick. Think about the United States. The number of newspapers that have gone out of business over the last few years. You're talking about newspapers in various states, various counties,
but here's the horror, Tim. Here's the horror that this guy would be, I don't even want to mention the guy's name, would be talking as if he were talking for the government. We stop Rick Wayne, and we are going to stop you. Huh? We are going to stop you. So where is he getting them? That same guy at the last government press conference before the elections, I think it was, actually said to a minister, those people who are criticizing what we do and are threatening the work we've done, isn't it high time we started breaking some kneecaps?
Yes, you said that. And I played the clip on the program.
Well, I think it's worth playing again. A journalist is calling on a minister of government to turn violently on the critics of the government or even people who ask impertinent questions. That is where we are. And all those people who are standing by you and what your station and your program stand for, understand that they have a commitment to themselves and their children to stand up as if it were a personal affront, because indeed it is a personal affront when people in authority or their surrogates threaten to put you out, threaten to cut out your constitutionally guaranteed freedom of speech. We don't take anything serious in this country. We laugh at every goddamn thing like monkeys and hyenas. But it's high time we make a change and take a stand for things that are worth believing in. All right. So now Tim, I want to go back to this interesting statement. Ozzy said a number of people, doctors, patients, and what he had met, or doctors told him about it, that they don't want a white man leading the country. There are people who in the Labour Party will deny that they are that racist, you know, because it's pretty embarrassing for black people to be talking like that about any other people, especially when you are making the man a white man, a St. Lucian, making him a white man for your purposes. And it's a fact, what Ozzy said there, that a lot of people who never met Alan, never interacted with him, their only concern for not voting or even staying home, the people from the party. Alan Chasna has, I tell you, as many faults as any member of the other party or as any previous prime minister. He has them. But all of them pale into insignificance against the fact that he has been sold and is seen as a white man. Agree? You understand the thing?
Yeah.
So every other problem Alan Chasna has takes second place. A hell of a thing in this country. But Ozzy was right. But even in the United Workers' Party, the first thing the United Workers' Party has to start doing to itself, by the way, is to acknowledge it helped in the demise of the United Workers' Party by refusing to take on the matter of racism in 10 years, you know, Tim. They did not take it on. They were, because the two things in St. Lucia that you cannot, that are most devastating to other people. It's not corruption. Corruption has become the order of the day. It's not thief. Thief is normal. Normal. You know what is horrifying to the average St. Lucian? To be called a bula. And for those listening overseas who don't know what bula means, it means homosexual. In this day and age, the worst thing you can suggest a St. Lucian male is, even when they are, is to suggest they're homosexual in this modern world to date him. And the other one is to be accused of you kissing the white man's ass. So even the UWP people, high up in the UWP people, could not deal with being told when they try to defend their leader on anything, I can't believe you're kissing the white man's ass. You get me? I'm speaking those terms, Tim.
Or you're selling out.
Pardon?
Or you're selling out. Yeah. But hold on, Rick. Hold on.
Because he's a white man.
Hold on, Rick. Somebody just sent me a note there, and the person says, that's a police officer, says that please inform the motoring public that if they do not have anything to do in the city, please use the back roads. Traffic is crazy in the city from all sides. Please inform the motoring public that if they do not have anything to do in the city, please use the back roads. Traffic is crazy in the city from all sides, and that could be very, very frustrating. So please spare yourself that kind of headache, that kind of frustration. If you have nothing to do in the city, please do not drive straight into the capital. Use the back roads, and that's according to a police officer. Continue, Rick.
Tim, you know me long enough to know that I have never, in all my writings on the politics and everything, I have never really specialized on individual members of parties and so on. My relationships, literary and otherwise, have nearly always been with the leader of the party.
Yeah.
So that I can readily call the leaders of parties. I cannot readily call the members of the parties. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my relationship with them. But also in St. Lucia and elsewhere, the leader of a party is the most important figure. So if you are in opposition, you have to try to demonetize and demean the leader. And it's expected that the candidates and your followers will be like soldiers defending their leader, whether it's green, black, blue, short, tall, or whatever. But we are vulnerable to certain things as a nation. You simply have to bring in a white man this and white man that, and the nation will surround you and at least say nothing or echo what you are saying. In the meantime, I have been bold enough, provocative enough to say, if the white man is not in our lives, we are dead. And I have no kind of bowing to no white man, green man, or black man. I spent my life competing not against black people, but against white people, whether it is for auditions and singing, whether it's for getting a book assignment, whether it is bodybuilding. So I have no particular attitude to white or black. When a white man talks crap, Tim, it's crap whether he's white or green. A black man tells you 1 and 1 makes 8. He's as stupid as the white man who says 1 makes 8. But we don't educate our children in those things. There's nothing going on in the schools to teach people their rights, to teach people that you don't have the right to demean other people, that you commit an offense, etc. That is encouraged in the highest places to be racist. And finally, and that's my Christmas present to myself, chicken more time. So, Alan Shastney. Okay. So whether Alan Shastney had resigned last time around on the basis of those 2 white to lead St. Lucia, or whether he resigns totally right now on the basis that he's too white to St. Lucia don't want a white man nowhere, etc., etc., what happens to the United Workers' Party? That's what nobody wants to answer me. They keep on telling me, we'll find someone. That is the thing of the Negro. Always to be looking for dolls where they don't exist. Always looking for gods where they don't exist. Tim, we are so bereft in St. Lucia. Even the Labour Party, a winning party right now, if it were to go out to seek useful members, it wouldn't find them. That is why so many find home, deadbeats, people we know have no quality, are not smart, are not men of ideas. The Labour Party accepts them when they come in, and a number of them have done so. The way to turn on their party is to join the Labour Party. And it's not just a question of Alan and White. Vaughan Lewis deserted John Compton when John Compton needed him most. When John Compton held a seat for him to the last minute, he kept John Compton on a string and then deserted him to join the Labour Party. And it would be interesting to compare the speech he made when he was made leader of the United Workers' Party in Deriso, and the speech he made when he walked into the embrace of Kenny Anthony. It will also be interesting to see the things Kenny Anthony said about the character of Vaughan Lewis. And Vaughan Lewis has water under the bridge when it suited him to walk into the Labour Party, the United Workers' Party, as revenge against John Compton. I could go on and on with this thing. We are destroying ourselves, and most of the targets for our venom are in a position not to be a target. Alan Shastney is well up enough to say, screw the whole thing. I don't even want to live here anymore. He can do it if he wants to, as many have. There are many people who would like to be here, but because of how we carry on our lives, they stay where they are. There are many young St. Lucians, half white, who would like to come back here, and they are listening to all that primitive garbage going on as life in St. Lucia. It is terrible, and those who remain quiet are complicit. Okay, so that's what I want somebody to call. Point to somebody with the potential to replace the leader of the United Workers' Party, and that is not an endorsement of Alan. I'm just stating a fact that they want to avoid, because, but I said it to you before, being leader of the party is not just the leader of the party. He's also got to attract decent candidates. He's also have to have the resources to run a party as they run in St. Lucia. He's got to have the resource to prepare for conventions, for a march, whatever position the opposition party wants to take. Money has to come from somewhere to do it, because even in our marches, we don't march because we believe in a cause, Tim. We march if we are paid and given food. Well, at this point, I'll stay there because I'll stay all day. Thank you very much, Tim, for being extraordinarily patient with my long diatribes. And I do wish you, in fact, happy holidays.
Thank you very much, Rick, and same to you. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. Shop directly from the U.S. with Smack Freight International. Vehicles, heavy equipment, tools, parts, building materials, commercial equipment, office equipment, furniture, also personal goods, home goods, shoes, clothing, restaurant equipment and supplies, uniforms, and so much more. Smack Freight International also offers a broad selection of top quality products with real-time availability and fast delivery. It is simple. Whatever you buy, buy it for less at Smack Freight. Smack Freight is now serving the Caribbean. WhatsApp them today at 1737-409-4048. That WhatsApp number again, 1737-409-4048, or visit their website at smackfreight.com. SMAKFREIGHT.com. Back in just a bit.
Ho, ho, ho. I had a dream that I, Santa, will be giving away amazing gifts this Christmas at Europa Hardware in Massat Grosile. I saw a Karcher pressure washer, a vacuum cleaner, steel brush cutters, Metabo power tools, even a welding machine, tile cutter, and Leo water pump. Just spend $500 or more between now and December 19, 2025. And your name and number goes into the box to be drawn. Christmas couldn't be better. Only Europa is making things so merry. Ho, ho, ho. It's not a dream, it's a fact. Shop at Europa Hardware. Call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
What if the next drop is the last? St. Lucia is facing longer, more intense dry spells, and our water sources are drying up. And when the rains come, they come harder and faster, damaging our homes and disrupting our water supply. But we can change the outcome. By conserving water and protecting our sources, every small action adds up. WASCO, working in collaboration with the Water Resource Management Agency, is committed to securing our water future. But we need your help. Together, we can protect our water, our health, and our future. One small step can make a big impact. Let's secure our water and secure our future. For more information, visit wascostlucia.com.
Yeah, man. Great job, guys. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yes, your place starting to look nice.
Not just nice. This STEP program creates a safer and healthier community for all of us who live in. CIP is doing so many good things in the communities and providing jobs for us. It's a win-win for everyone. I am the I in CIP.
I am the I in CIP. It's about our citizenship by investment program.
The season is here at KFC. It's Christmas in every way. Grab a festive feast bucket or festive feast box today. And every time you purchase, you have chances to win. Day passes, vouchers, jewelry, and appliances all tucked in. Dipping wings, crispy chicken, biscuits, and sodas all inside. Fries and coleslaw, we spreading joy island-wide. Or choose the festive feast box with a big crunch inside. With chicken, fries, and soda, that's magic we can't hide.
It's KFC, finger-licking good! This promotion has been approved by the National Lotteries Authority of St. Lucia.
Lazarus's funeral home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbute at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Hey Lucelec, it's Nia. I'm in full festive mode, but I can just use a little bit of guidance to choose the perfect Christmas lights. Any advice?
Hey Nia, this is me, Fernan. And you know I've got you covered. Choosing the perfect Christmas lights can be a merry adventure. But don't you worry, let me hook you up with some holiday tips. LED lights are like the holiday superheroes. They shine brilliantly while using less energy. Plus, they'll keep the festive spirit alive all season long. And here's a jolly tip. Remember that decking the halls will give your meter a little extra workout. But hey, it's all part of the holiday magic, right?
LED lights it is, Fernan. Thanks for helping me light up the holiday season.
You got it, Nia. Wishing you a season filled with joy, sparkle, and a touch of energy-saving cheer. If you're aiming for energy-saving superhero status, don't forget to unplug those lights before going to bed.
Chronic back pain, arthritis, spinal injuries, nerve disorders, even painful cramps. These conditions affect daily life, but you don't have to live with pain. Every day matters when it comes to your health. At La Clinique du Corps, we provide fast, accurate diagnosis with advanced GE-certified MRI technology and internationally recognized specialists. Our focus is safe, effective treatment that restores mobility, relieves pain, and gives you back your quality of life. Call 451-6559 today. 451-6559. La Clinique du Corps, because time is vital in health.
At First National Bank, we believe being first means putting you first. Your first home, we've got the mortgage. Starting your first business, count on our commercial loans. Dreaming of your first car? Drive it home today. Heading to college? Let's fund that first big step with a student loan. No matter the milestone, make First National Bank your first choice for all your loan needs. First in service, first in trust, first for you. Call us at 455-7000 or visit your nearest First National Bank branch today so we can help put you first. First National Bank, here for you.
At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexar, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Flow can make the season even merrier. Switch to a Flow prepaid combo plan and we'll give you a 30-day plan absolutely free. That's a whole month on us. 36 gigabytes of data, unlimited calls and texts, plus all the social media and WhatsApp you need to share every festive moment. Plus, spin the wheel for even more prizes. Switch to Flow prepaid today and get your next combo on the house. Sign up in-store today or visit online at discoverflow.co. We keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Listen, I can't look at you anymore. You're just not picking up my signals. I've tried to fix things, but all I do is push your buttons. I don't think there's a remote chance of fixing this. I need clarity. I need to move on. Things can't stay static. So, I'm moving on to a brand new flat screen smart TV from Quartz. It has more inches and really knows how to turn me on.
Say goodbye to your old TV and hello to a new one from Quartz.
I finally realized size does matter.
Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Right now I'm blind, but when I had my eyesight, the sun
would have light me throughout the day. The moon and the stars would have given me light throughout the night. All of this is gone, team. And I'm saying thank God for you and for NewsSpin that I can get another type of light, an inner light that lights on me, my mind, then I could continue in this life that I'm living. I don't know if you get that.
We're happy to be of service to you, sir.
Right. But you see what happened. Some people might say you are biased, you are this, you are that. But what I realized is that you are taking the darkness and you are bringing it into light. Now, people who rather darkness more than light is because their deeds are evil, their works, negative things they do, so they don't want to be in the light.
Pato Rigobert making that call to NewsSpin in January of 2025, saying that NewsSpin serves as someone's inner light. He is on the line. Good afternoon to you, Pato, well-known news spinner. You are on the air. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, Timmy, and good afternoon, everybody who is hearing my voice. Timmy, you put a smile on my face and a joy in my heart. Yeah. Makes me feel that I'm important. You understand?
You are important.
Despite of all my situation. I don't call them problems. You understand? I call them just situation. They all are there. They are not giving up. And some are even trying to send me away. Those sickness, those situations that I have, but they cannot send me away. I have to be received. Someone has to call me, and that calling has to come from the greater one. You understand, the higher one. When he's ready, he calls me, but those sickness is not sending me away. I felt ill just like a couple of days, maybe 5 days ago or 4. I was hospitalized, okay? But I didn't stay too long. Doctor diagnosed the problem. They give me medication. So right now I want to tell everybody that I'm at home and I'm receiving my medication as doctor order. And I am doing much, much better. And there is a joy in me, which is greater than all of those illness. So I'm alive and I'm well. So I want to thank you for that call, Timmy, because I'm not receiving the signal on the radio, so I just don't even know what was going on. So maybe like next year, I will set up my phone or my television, whatever that I can get you on another way, if I cannot get you on the radio. So I want to say to all my new spinners out there, my friends, my family, my sons, my daughters, in that Christmas season, I wishing everybody just everything good for the season. Do what you feel is joyful for you, but don't overdo nothing, don't abuse nothing, because abusing it will bring it into refusing, and it will not be a good thing. Just do it, at a limit, all what you do. Because the best thing you do, if you overdo it, it is not good anymore. You understand? So I just cannot go, if I just give big thanks to the welder. I have a couple over in the UK. They call me Papa Pato. The Canadian guy, lay down, sit down, wheresoever you are, Mr. Rigobert, big thanks to him. I got Mama, some that call me Mother, Sister Lucy, and a lot others. A guy in St. Croix, I literally meet him there, and he's just like a father to me too. So I just want to say thanks so very much to each and everyone. Timmy and I will not stay any longer than that. May God continue to richly bless you. And just always look up, Timmy. When you look sideways and you cannot find your way, you look all over. Just look up, for whence cometh your strength. Your strength comes from the Lord. His guidance and protection will lead you through the journey. Et you passe à Mayon, you passe à Touchou, you passe à Fort-Moyen, de pour être un chemin qui doit être là, pour qu'il trouve protection par papa. Une bonne journée, et une bonne journée pour tout le monde. Merci en pile.
Okay, merci en pile aussi, Pato, and all the best to you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and here's hoping that you don't get a speedy recovery. Because we really need you. We need your insight. We need the positivity that you exude every time that you call the program. So all the best to you. for the season and beyond. And I was hoping that the Lord Almighty will extend your life, sir. We want you to be around for a very long time. So I just thought I had to call Pato, one of our news spinners. Now, we have an announcement to make, and that announcement will be made by Amanda. Amanda, good afternoon to you. What is the announcement?
Just allow me to compose myself. Yeah, okay. Okay. The mood is bittersweet for me. Okay. My lovely, inquisitive, dramatic, troublesome news spinners, unfortunately, I have to leave you. I have served my purpose here, and honestly, it's been a wonderful experience. I want to thank you for welcoming me to the NewsSpin family. Special shout out goes to Blackman Okulen, Madeline Alexander, D. Smith, Nadia Thompson, Lon Jules, John Thomas, Kurt Alexander, Sandra Joseph, Twin Peters, Joan Shalry, Yaya Calendar, Josie Louis, Alina Tobier, Elisa Flavius, Rasta Business, Primus Pamphil, Shirley Morris, and Soraya Alexander. Tim, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this platform with you. Thank you for allowing me to express myself, to grow, and to evolve. NewsSpin has given me the confidence that I need to step into my true purpose and the motivation I need to embrace what the future holds for me and to chase my dreams. So thank you, Tim. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to cry.
You're welcome.
Mr. Producer, I have not forgotten you. Thank you for setting up my camera, my levels, my mic, the tech stuff. And thank you for the not so subtle laughs. And then I now have to control my laughter because I'm the one in front of the mic. Thank you for that. Back to my spinners. This is not a goodbye. I'm just taking a step back, and instead of presenting to you, I will be joining you in the chat rooms. So continue watching the most monitored talk show in the world and voicing your opinions and concerns here.
Thank you so much.
That's it from me.
I will truly miss you. I find you to be a genuine individual, hardworking individual, always willing to learn. You give off your best on the program. You are also a very authentic person. I have no doubt that wherever you're going, that you will succeed. I know where you're going, but I will not make that disclosure on the program. But continue to be yourself, and you can only grow as an individual. You are quite young, so you have your entire life ahead of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. I think we have a call online via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Hello.
I've been hearing the St. Lucia Labour Party and the United Workers Party speak about CIP.
Okay, caller. We're not. All right, caller, hold on. Yeah. We're not going into the Labour Party and the CIP right now. Okay, so thank you so much for calling. There's something about timing. It's not appropriate to talk about CIP right now and the Labour Party and the government and the UWP, etc. Somebody says, hey Tim, all your people leaving you. Well, first it was Kimani, and Kimani went overseas. She's now studying, and now Amanda going on to, some other job somewhere else, and I'm really truly happy for her. We'll scout around not to get a replacement because nobody can replace Amanda. No one can replace Kimani. We'll just get somebody else who will be their own person and will be reading the comments in the chat room. Let's take a call on the landline, 452-2979. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Timothy, pleasant good afternoon.
All right.
And, your listeners.
We're not PW. We're not going into the politics and the rural and so on because we're winding down there. We are winding down. Okay?
Yes. Timothy.
All right. So let me hear you.
First of all, I would like to wish you all the best for the season and all the best for next year, Timothy. I thank you for your patience and understanding. And also, I would like to thank Amanda for a job well done. And I wish her all the best in all her endeavors.
Thank you, PW.
Timothy, let me say something, Timothy. You know, I am willing, I would like you to know that I am willing to stand by you financially. I am willing to stand by you because I realize there are a lot of people out there that want to get rid of you. So I am saying to the nation that I'm willing to stand by you financially. So let me move on, Timothy, by saying I am not a registered member of the United Workers' Party, Timothy. And yet still, I believe in the policies of the United Workers' Party. You have Mr. Oswald Augustine, which I know he was on the hierarchy of the United Workers' Party, and also he's a registered member. But what I find about him is that, Timothy, he didn't come out as much as I did as a non-registered member and defend Mr. Alan Chasney and defend the party. Mr. Oswald Augustine said that Mr. John Compton said to him that these were the worst bunch of men he had in his possession at that time, or members of the party. Timothy, who were the members of the party at that time? Richard, Rufus Bousquet, King, Mondesi. Which bunch is the worst he talking about? Is it the present bunch with Alan Chasney, or the older bunch, you know, that consists of Von Lewis? So he has to clarify that. This is not the bunch of people John Compton was talking about. You understand? Because the people that I've mentioned there, they're no longer in the party. You know, when there are people, Timothy, when they are not in the leadership of a party or an organization, they always look forward for the demise of that organization or the company. And this is a bad thing. You know, I have been around the world, Timothy. I've seen many things happen. People support you one time or another in one time in history, and you become the worst person in the world. A lot of us supported the invasion of Libya, the invasion of Iraq, the invasion of Afghanistan, and a lot of us look back and say, wow, there should not have been an invasion, especially in Libya. One government is in Benghazi, another government is in Tripoli. We all look back and say, people that used to get free education, free healthcare, look at what they have done to a country. But Timothy, what I want to say again is this. If you go into a race, you go to win. You do not go to lose. I have spoken to many individuals, including a good friend of mine, a lady. I asked her why she's not voting for Alan Chasney. You know what she told me? She couldn't debate the policies of the party. She couldn't even debate what Alan Chasney is presenting to the people of St. Lucia. You know what she told me? That Alan Chasney would never marry a black woman. He's for the whites. Where is this coming in when it comes to the development of the country? And where is this coming in when it comes to the policy of the country? So you see, the race card in this thing, Timothy, was a big thing. The money in this campaign was a big thing. The narrative in this campaign, the power, the influence, and as I've said, the race card. But not only that, the members of the United Workers' Party didn't defend what the party stood for. And that is why we lost the election. Solutions, look for the truth, be smart, and this country need a change. Timothy, I thank you.
Thank you so much, PW, and all the best to you, sir, for the new year. Mr. Producer, I think we due for another commercial break, do we? Yeah, okay, we due for a break. Still to come, we'll have our NewsSpin news of the day, the NewsSpin question of the day, and then we'll be saying goodbye to you. Shop directly from the U.S. with Smack Freight International. Vehicles, heavy equipment, tools, parts, building materials, commercial equipment, office equipment, furniture, personal goods, home goods, shoes, clothing, restaurant equipment and supplies, uniforms, and so much more. Smack Freight International also offers a broad selection of top quality products with real-time availability and fast delivery. It is simple. Whatever you buy it for less at Smack Freight. Smack Freight is now serving the Caribbean. WhatsApp them today at 1737-409-4048. That WhatsApp number again, 1737-409-4048, or visit their website at smackfreight.com, smackfreight.com. Back in just a moment. We'll take a few more calls. We have the NewsSpin question of the day as well as the NewsSpin news of the day.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Get ready, St. Lucia. It's the MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Wonderful Weekend Sale event happening December 11th to 14th and 19th to 21st. 2 weekends of savings you cannot miss. Enjoy a massive 25% off store-wide. That's right, everything you need for the holidays now at incredible saving. Plus amazing doorbuster deals and 50% on Christmas decoration. So, mark your calendars, grab your shopping list, and head to MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt this December for wonderful weekends and 25% off store-wide.
Terms and conditions apply. See in store for details.
Lucelec's customer service office in Rodney Bay is now open to serve you on Saturdays. We're located on the second floor of the Providence Commercial Center. Our Saturday operating hours are 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The same great online options are available for your every need. If you do want to come in to see us, our team will be pleased to help you with new connections, bill queries, payments, and other service requests. Lucelec's Rodney Bay office, now open to serve you on Saturdays.
Tired of sky-high bills and a planet on the brink? It's time to go green without burning your pockets. At First National Bank, we are here to make saving the planet affordable. Whether you're installing solar panels, purchasing a water tank, upgrading to an inverter AC, or buying a hybrid vehicle, we've got the green to help you go green. Fast approval, low interest rates, and Mother Nature approved. Your future self will thank you. Visit firstnationalbankonline.com or call 455-7000 for more information to help you turn your green dreams into clean realities. First National Bank, here for you.
Ho, ho, ho. I had a dream that I, Santa, will be giving away amazing gifts this Christmas at Europa Hardware in Massad Grosile. I saw a Karcher pressure washer, a vacuum cleaner, steel brush cutters, Metabo power tools, even a welding machine, tile cutter, and Leo water pump. Just spend $500 or more between now and December 19, 2025. And your name and number goes into the box to be drawn. Christmas couldn't be better. Only Europa is making things so merry. Ho, ho, ho. It's not a dream, it's a fact. Shop at Europa Hardware. Call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
The season is here at KFC. It's Christmas in every way. Grab a festive feast bucket or festive feast box today. And every time you purchase, have chances to win. They passes, vouchers, jewelry, and appliances all tucked in. Dipping wings, crispy chicken, biscuits, and sodas all inside. Fries and coleslaw, we spreading joy island-wide. Or choose the festive feast box with a big crunch inside. With chicken, fries, and soda, that's magic we can't hide.
It's KFC, finger licking good. This promotion has been approved by the National Lotteries Authority of St. Lucia.
Chronic back pain, arthritis, spinal injuries, nerve disorders, even painful cramps. These conditions affect daily life, but you don't have to live with pain. Every day matters when it comes to your health. At La Clinique du Corps, we provide fast, accurate diagnosis with advanced GE-certified MRI technology and internationally recognized specialists. Our focus is safe, effective treatment that restores mobility, relieves pain, and gives you back your quality of life. Call 451-6559 today. 451-6559. La Clinique du Corps, because time is vital in health.
Need branded apparel that looks sharp and shows up on time? Welcome to Imprinted Designs, where every stitch counts. We specialize in custom embroidery and t-shirt printing for businesses, teams, events, you name it. From embroidered logos on polished Oxford shirts, available in a variety of colors for men and women, to bold, high-quality printed tees that turn heads, we do it all. Bring your own shirts or choose from ours. Small runs, big orders, rush jobs, no problem. At Imprinted Designs, we're built for speed, efficiency, and clean professional results delivered on time, every time. So if you want your brand to stand out, not wait around, come down to Imprinted Designs at the Valmore Plaza or hit us up at 451-2920 or email address imprinteddesignsSLU@gmail.com. Imprinted Designs, where every stitch counts.
This Christmas, Flow's making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $29. Plus, we're giving you 50% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Every day, St. Lucian women give everything to their families, communities, and dreams. Yet breast cancer still claims too many lives. Now, St. Lucia is making history. For the first time, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is available right here at home. Donated by the World Bank through the Health Sector Support Program, these advanced machines are a major step forward in universal health coverage, and they're free. Women 40 and older or younger, if at risk, can access this life-saving service. Visit your local wellness center for a referral. Early detection saves lives. Free mammograms, universal coverage. Your wellness center is your first step.
Listen, I don't know how to cushion this anymore. We've been uncomfortable for a long time and you've been sagging in support. After so many rough patches, it seems we've grown so far apart. So, I'm moving on to a brand new living room set from Quartz. It's got more curves and is sectionally attractive.
Say goodbye to your old furniture and hello to new ones from Quartz.
It was just love at first sit.
Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world. Something notable is about to happen to a film which is being produced and directed by a St. Lucian film director. And according to that press release, it says there, Omira, a short film written and directed by St. Lucian filmmaker Elijah Anatole, has been officially selected for the Best Short Film category at the 2026 Chandler International Film Festival in the United States. The film will screen as part of Best Short Film Block C on Saturday, January the 31st of 2026, 7 p.m. at Regal Gilbert, a commercial cinema venue. The Chandler International Film Festival is an internationally recognized IMDb qualifying festival that attracts filmmakers from around the world. Each year, hundreds of short films are submitted for consideration. Only a small percentage are selected, and an even smaller number are grouped into curated best of screening blocks. Being placed in Best Short Film Block C means Omira was not simply accepted to screen, but evaluated, scored, and ranked highly by festival judges. Films in these blocks are selected because they demonstrate strong storytelling, technical execution, originality, and emotional impact. These screenings are designed to showcase the festival's strongest short films to live audiences, critics, and industry professionals. The scheduled screening time further reflects the festival's confidence in the film. A Saturday evening primetime slot inside a major cinema is considered one of the most valuable screening windows at any festival. It ensures a full audience and maximum visibility rather than an early day or peripheral screening that many films receive. So once again, congratulations are in order to you, Mr. Elijah Anatole. Sanusian film Omira selected for Best Short Film category at Chandler International Film Festival, January 2026. We will take at least 2 calls and then we'll conclude the broadcast on this, our final show for 2026. You can call right now at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. 716-2026. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Hello.
Hi, Poleon. Greetings.
Same to you, ma'am.
And to your beautiful co-host, Miss Amanda. She has been doing an amazing job.
Good afternoon, caller. Thank you so much.
I am just appealing to all my fellow St. Lucians to live in love and peace with each other. Tim, I am so grateful for your show and that of a few others I will not mention. I hope that we can continue to speak love, speak truth, speak growth, speak light, speak enlightenment. Speak peace, and like Damian Marley said in one of his songs, speak life into each other, speak positivity into each other. I know that the government might not be, what a lot of people might want, but a majority of the population has spoken. So let us work together for its success. No matter what party you're under, Labour, Flabo, Independent, no party at all, we all have to eat. And if we pray for failure, team, doom and gloom, I know it will not be nice in this country. So I just want us to live, according to the ways that I know we grew up. It takes a village to raise a child. I don't want us to ever forget that. I'll forever be an advocate for a village raising a child. Tim, I want our people to help the MPs to govern. Find ways to help him or her. When your constituency do good, so does your country. Now, Tim, let me end this with a small message. I want to sing a song, Tim, just maybe one verse. I just want to lighten the mood of my people in this country because I've missed a lot of them so much, especially those who hear the sound of my voice. I want them to know that I love them, I miss them, but that's for another show. So here we go, Tim. Don't laugh, okay, Tim?
I won't. I'll try. Well, not I won't. I'll try not to laugh.
Not to laugh, Tim. Not to laugh. Try not to. Okay. You and Amanda. Okay, let's go. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love. Hear the children crying, one heart. Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. I just want my people to feel all right, team. I want you to feel all right. I want St. Lucia to feel all right, and the world by extension. So I'm wishing you all the best for the new year. We're hoping to see you in January, like spare. I know Amanda is moving on. I wish her all the best as well. And Kimani, wherever you are, big up yourself, my girl. We love you too. So, Tim, thank you for this opportunity. I'm wishing everybody health, wealth, strength. You know, their faith in God continues to grow. And their love for the country, they put it first. Thank you so very much for this opportunity. Love you, Mr. Poleon.
Same here.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you so much. Our new spinner said, woman, the weather has just changed. That's according to a new spinner. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. New spin, you're on the air.
Hey Tim,
Hi.
bon après-midi frère.
Oui, bon après-midi.
Comment ça va?
Moi bien. Vous-même?
Okay, où est Amanda? Amanda comment?
Oui.
Good afternoon, caller.
Okay, now wish you welcome Amanda. Tout ça qui est bon pour Noël là. Pour l'année neuf là qui vient, especially Amanda.
Thank you so
continuer
much.
en la vie. On wish lui ça en la vie, whatever quoi il aller. On wish lui tout by health, success, everything. Mon wish lui. So Tim, n'a d'autre before. Pas quitter rien croiseau, pas quitter rien cognon, non, pas quitter ça fait. Chebe fort, toujours chebe fort frère. Pas quitter pièce négativité venir en haut pour personne tu rien puis ça regarder pour mettre à terre.
Okay.
Be strong my brother, be strong.
Thank you so
Okay?
much, sir. Much appreciated. All right. Thank you so much. Let me turn my attention now to our Newspin question of the day. Our Newspin question of the day. What does the future hold for St. Lucia over the next 5 years? What does the future hold for St. Lucia over the next 5 years? That's our Newspin question of the day. The Newspin news of the day. President Trump is expected to issue an executive order to seek a change in how marijuana is classified under federal law, moving it from the strictest category of controlled substances to a less restrictive tier. President Trump is expected to issue an executive order to seek a change in how marijuana is classified under federal law, moving it from the strictest category of controlled substances to a less restrictive tier. The Newspin news of the day as we conclude our broadcast for today and, of course, for this year. We'll be back, God willing, in 2026. I don't know if you have any final words, Amanda?
No, Tim, I think I've said enough.
You have said enough?
I've said enough.
And all the best to you, Amanda. I
Thank
know
you so much.
that you will succeed in your new endeavor. And let me just tease the audience by saying that you will get to see and hear Amanda. So you'll still get to hear and see Amanda somewhere else. I don't know. That's what I heard. SIUD. You know, people like to gossip.
Typical Lucians,
Yeah, they like
right.
to gossip. Okay. So thank you very much, Amanda. Definitely, I enjoyed your stay on the program, but you have to move on. And we will certainly not stand in the way of progress. Talking about standing in the way of progress, I'd like to wish all of us, people of St. Lucia, this administration, everyone the best, because we can only succeed together. But it does not mean that NewsSpin will not keep you on your toes. That is our responsibility. It will shock you, but I am a friend of the St. Lucia Labour Party. I am a friend of the St. Lucia government. I am a friend of the UWP. I am a friend of everyone because we are all in this together. And what better friend to have than somebody who could be upfront with you? Somebody who can hold your feet to the fire. Somebody who can hold you accountable. And that is for the betterment of the St. Lucian society. What would, as much as some people consider NewsSpin to be an enemy of the state, but just think about it. Try and be as objective as possible. Do some kind of introspection. What would St. Lucia be without NewsSpin? Think about it. Think about it honestly. Mull over it. And then come to your conclusion. I know what some of you are thinking. St. Lucia will be a better place without NewsSpin. But I think the general consensus is NewsSpin has served a useful purpose whenever it came on the air. in 2002, and I believe it will continue to serve a useful purpose for the years to come. I don't think that people should lose sleep over our criticism, things we say that are not popular, because that's what the program is all about. We don't aim to please you just because you're our friends. We aim to create the environment whereby St. Lucia can be a better place in a number of areas: health, education, the economy, people having a greater standard of living. Crime can be brought under control. Our various institutions can function effectively. Our leaders can certainly serve the purpose that they were elected or appointed to do. That is our goal. That is our aim. Don't think that we are just out to get you. We're out to get you out of office and get that one into office, etc. That is not our motive. And we're also not on the air to be popular. No, that is not what we aim to do at all. So thank you to the many sponsors. Thank you to the many individuals who have contributed quietly and otherwise behind the scenes. And we would like to thank the detractors. Those people who hate the broadcast. Those people who hate me in particular for no reason. Maybe they have never interacted with me, but they hate me. Thank you so much. Because believe you me, I am using this kind of negative energy to propel me forward. There's nothing I like more than fight down, as we normally say in St. Lucia. I have succeeded primarily because of many challenges. I have succeeded nonetheless. And believe you me, with God's intervention, with the support of my family, with the support of other people, I assure my detractors that I will continue to succeed. So, thank you to the management and staff of this radio station. In particular, I would like to thank my producer, because not often you have a producer who is dependable. Very often, in my experience, you receive a call every now and then with a producer saying, I can't make it. That is not the case with my producer. He will tell you it's very often I am the one who's calling to say, partner, mas ave jodia. And you say, okay, Tim. And I would tell him, this is what we should do, play a rerun, etc. So thank you, sir, for being very exceptional and professional in the execution of your duties. Because you see the guy who is in front of the camera and the microphone, you do not see the guy who is in the background, and he likes it so, because he does not want to face your wrath. Anyway, all of you, thank you so much. You new spinners in the chat room, you're exceptional. You criticize me when you have to, but I know that the NewsSpin family is a dependable one. The NewsSpin family, I can depend on you. And I know that you are there for the long haul. NewsSpin is an institution. It is not going anywhere. My name is Timothy Poleon. All the best for the festive season, and I'll be back, God willing, in the new year. Goodbye. Don't forget, like the video, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click the notification bell to help the channel grow. We'll leave you with the NewsSpin theme song. Goodbye.
NewsSpin calling, 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 calling. NewsSpin calling, 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 calling. NewsSpin calling, 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 calling. Across the land, all across the world, echoes of voices, we join hand in hand. How many rise in the afternoon sun? Come along, NewsSpin has begun. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. Truth from St. Lucia to sandy shores, from cities and hills to the Caribbean breeze. We piecing together hearts at ease. Education to open every mind. Learn about your country, leave no one behind. NewsSpin is on your radio. Come along hands in hands, voices in unity, singing loud. NewsSpin, who's the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. St. Lucian's heart to the world's every land. Knowledge unites us hand in hand. Yeah, Tim on NewsSpin call, bridging gaps between us all. Voices lift on high, under one sky we unify. Tim on NewsSpin call, bridging gaps between us all. Voices lift on high, under one sky we unify. NewsSpin is on education for all, from city streets to mountains tall. Learn your history, share your dreams. Together we light the world with our flame. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. Better than all talk show, most monitored talk show in the world. NewsSpin is the best, better than all talk show, most monitored